Greyhawk Grognard here. If you like the video, please make sure to like and subscribe. Hit the bell so you get notified. You know, all that other good stuff that all the channels say. And feel free to visit my blog and my Patreon. Links are down below. Now, enjoy the show. Hey everybody, Greyhawk Grognard here, and I'm wanting to share a couple of things on this Gary Gygax Day, the anniversary of his birth. And of course, I'm wearing my Dungeon Crawlers shirt in honor of it. I've got a personal anecdote about Gary myself, which I'll be relating in a minute or two. But I did want to just quickly point out that over on the blog side, there's a new article up from the pages of Dragon magazine, 3 magical swords of the Flyness, which you're able to download for free because it's that kind of thing. And also, we are in the home stretch of my Kickstarter, Adventures Dark and Deep, Book of Lost Lore, and Book of Lost Beasts, where it's really taken off. It's really doing amazing stuff. And if you can see your way over to supporting it, if you want a whole bunch of new classes and races and spells and magic and all kinds of optional rules and a whole bunch of new monsters for your old school game, that is the thing to back. So the link will be down below in the description. So my personal anecdote about Gary. This was at a Gen Con back in the 80s. It would have been, because it was in Minneapolis back then. And I was like 18 years old, 19 years old. And I was in a bar getting a Coke for myself. And I see Gary Gygax sitting at a table. I think it was in the hotel, like the hotel bar. And I see Gary sitting at the table. And I go over to the bartender. And I ask him for a yard of really good beer, and he knows I'm not 21, so he's like he's not gonna serve it to me. So then I point over to Gary Gygax and I say, no, it's not for me. I want to give it to him as a gift. And after a couple of seconds of looking me over, and I say, you can watch me walk over there and hand it to him. And eventually the bartender relented and gave me the yard, and I took it over to Gary and gave it to him, and was obviously fawning and tripping over myself, saying how much I admired him and loved D&D and so on and so forth. And he was very gracious. He was very, he accepted it very, very nicely, and he was very very nice and very appreciative, and he was just you got the impression that he was just a nice guy to hang around with. And I only wish I had the opportunity to actually play a game with him at some point. So anyway, that is my Gary Gygax anecdote of illegally buying beer for him. So if you have an anecdote relating to Gary, please, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. If you're planning on playing a game today, like a train game, especially, he was a big fan. Or there's a whole bunch of other things. Play one of his games. If you have plans to do that today, please, I'd love to see that in the comments too. And hey, just thank you all very much for helping out with the Kickstarter and with this channel and with the Patreon and everything else. It really makes doing the free stuff all worthwhile and possible. So thanks all. Have a great night, and I will talk to you later.